It's EV related, so we'll enjoy this.
Woo!
Guess what? $170
Well,
million promised as an election bribe for EV chargers that anybody that was knowledgeable in how much an EV charger actually costs looked at that number and went, that doesn't math. Guess what? It didn't, to the point where the money is nowhere to be found. Nothing, not a single charger.
so what about all those people? And there would be some, just like there was people who voted for National because of the Dunedin Hospital. What about those people whose deciding point to vote for National was because of the promise for EV chargers? Maybe they live in the South Island. Maybe there's not enough good couple of 100 kilowatt chargers, let's say in Dunedin or between Dunedin and Queenstown, Dunedin and Invercargill. There is one between Dunedin and Christchurch. It's in Timaru because, as we all know, Chewie, Timaru is the hub of everything cultural and everything technical, isn't it?
Are we talking about
But
maize pies? Because that's the only way that that's true.
so what about the people who part of their deciding factor was that promise? What does it mean for them, Chewie?
Yep, absolutely. Like, there were certainly people around that were national voting EV drivers that were like, see, guys, they're not going to completely ignore us. Um, and all the way through, people were like going, well, 170 million, and they're going to say that they're going to give us this many charges. What was it, 10,000 charges? That doesn't work. The only way that that works is if they're destination charges, the slow ones you find in malls and stuff, and that doesn't solve the problem that they have correctly identified, that range anxiety on longer journeys is a
Yeah.
dissuading factor.
If
So
you're
then
already
they must
there.
be talking about high speed charges on highways.
Hmm.
These guys just moved their mouth and said the words and then walked away from it.
And you know
Fucking
what?
phenomenal.
With what's happening in the Middle East at the moment, this conversation is going to grow. People with EVs, and I know it's not the be all and end all, but people with EVs, when people see the price of petrol going to $3 plus for 91, people with EVs are going to be putting more pressure on. And
Mm.
people who haven't gone to EVs because this government took away subsidies, or this government has not yet fulfilled their promise, as you're just saying, Chewie, of a better infrastructure, are now going to be stuck paying more for petrol. So, and I saw Nikki Noboat's, I can't help but call her that. That's her name now to me. That's her official name. I saw Nikki Noboat saying there'd be no rebates coming. There'd be no breaks. When petrol goes up, they're not going to take any excise tax off like Labor did.
Mm.
Because you know what happens then? Then someone has to walk in front of a billboard saying these prices are going to go up this weekend 30 cents. That once National's excise tax gets put back on that they took off, like exactly like she did that we showed you the other night. So I don't know. It's yeah, it's a good time to own EV, mind you. It's always a good time to own EV, but how do we hold these fuckers to account? Like, how do we do it? Like, you just use the phrase verbal contract. When is a promise made pre-election able to be actioned by the public? I guess at the next election is the answer, isn't it? When it's like, you made these promises to us, you made these verbal contracts with us, and here's 7 that you haven't fulfilled. I'm suing your ass.
I mean, I would like to see personally something like the election debates where just goes right. Let's talk about national. Unroll an old timey scroll and just start reading from the top of the shit that they fucked off. We've been keeping track in the BHN Discord, by the way, with the hashtag fail trail list of shit that they have promised and haven't delivered or have cocked up in some way.